Welcome back to Two Homers and a Realist. Guys, I got to tell you, this is fun being together, but we should be in Miami right now.
I was in Miami a couple days ago.
How was it?
Had to leave.
Yeah. They kicked you out?
Yeah, I said, you don't belong here, sir.
Oh, that's sad. I'm Steve.
I'm Connor.
Jay.
Lucas.
So this is kind of a recap of the season, preview of the national championship game coming up tomorrow night. That's going to be fun to watch. I think we've got at least a lot of reason to root for one team or another. Now, that may change for some of us with locks of the week if we want to win that versus where our heart might be. But we also have transfer portal news. Sooners continue to do real well right in there. I haven't looked. We had kind of drifted down to like a 15, 16 ranking last time I looked, which is still very good, very competitive. I feel like we're processing guys out that we want gone. We're retaining and keeping guys and acquiring guys that are key. We acquired a new coach. Let's talk about the new coach, Jason Witten.
Crazy.
He
knows a little bit about being a tight end.
He knows how to do the tight end job. Let's see if he knows how to teach and coach the tight end job. He's already recruiting the tight end.
We got
job.
a running back knows how to be a running back, but not really knows.
That's right. So there's your worry.
And they played on the same team together, and they're like best friends.
Which guy is he? Yeah.
So I don't know.
That's helpful. Here's how that could be helpful if you want to be optimistic. If DeMarco needs somebody to get through to him, maybe this is the guy who can get through to him. If he needs someone who can talk to him and convince him where he's wrong, maybe this is the guy who can do it.
At this level, there shouldn't be any of that.
There shouldn't be, but it happens. It's human nature. So if you need somebody to say, "Hey, look, I think we should do it," it matters.
I don't think Jason Wins, overstep, quote unquote, when he's like, "Hey, how come you got him out there instead of this guy?"
I don't believe that. If there's something they're trying to get through to him, he may be the guy who can get through to DeMarco to say, you need to do something different, or this is what's being talked about. I don't know.
I think a guy that was that good has an ego.
Yeah, go away.
He's never going to be told what to do. Go away.
Well, that's the risk. I mean, that'd be the pessimistic take, because it doesn't matter. So we'll see. I don't know. What do you guys think about? Let's talk about that. Let's start with the Sooners before we get into other stuff. What do you think about where we are in transfer portal, the new coach?
I think the portal brought in what we talked about before we started the pod, probably 6 starters.
Game 1 starters.
Yeah, I would think that both wide receivers, if you want to count both tight ends,
Which
right
wide receiver
tackle.
we talking about?
Kid from Virginia.
And a kid from Texas.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get
Livingston.
So
Spelled his name wrong.
Yeah, Trell Harris from Virginia, Parker
Livingston.
Livingston,
Livingston.
Texas.
Don't ask me why it's got the on the end.
Stunning.
Emarion Harris played, I don't know, 27 games at Arkansas at tackle.
Was he?
I'm gonna guess
He'll
he'll
be
be
right tackle and Foj moves back in.
I would think.
Okay. Yeah, I don't hate that.
Hayden Hansen and or Beer would be your starters. I don't know. I think Hayden Hansen's probably your number 1 tight end. If you're going to have 2 of them out there, I don't know. I don't know how it'll work. Could be situational.
I think he's there for blocking and Beers is there for catching.
But we can confidently say we're set at tight end.
Well, we're
until the
significantly
injuries.
better.
Until we get definitely better tight end.
Until we get
a month ago, right?
We're better than we've been in
And McIntyre never left.
several years.
He didn't.
I don't even. I mean, I think we're
I
better
think
than
we're
we've been
better
in
than
probably
a decade.
We haven't seen these guys. We thought Bauer Sharp was going to be good. So
Okay, but that's one guy though. Well, I'm saying like depth wise,
definitely in better shape.
But these guys have all played ball.
Yeah.
SEC snap.
So, I mean,
Well,
Except for Beers.
and I think
One.
the Florida kid, he
2 of
played
them
like
out.
oh,
he played like
Tennessee kid. I don't
750
know.
snaps last year, which is crazy. Like he played every single down.
He did us a favor during the season.
No, that was the Tennessee kid.
Yeah, he did us a favor.
Oh.
That's what I'm talking about.
Go
They said he played every game, but I don't. Did he play tight end every game, or was he a special teams guy too? Like he might have been.
He didn't have a whole
Because there was an OU offensive lineman that was in the portal, and they posted he played every game, and I was like, I've never heard of this dude.
He played.
And he's literally like the punt. He's on the.
I think the Tennessee kid, Jack Van Dorsalier, he played like 180 snaps or 90 snaps, so he probably
Well, it's good to have bodies. It's good to have people
played 10
for
12 snaps a
practices.
game.
It's good to have options. I mean, even if he doesn't develop into a go-to tight end, just to have a body out there who can actually provide some blocking on the edge. That's something we have not had in
Yeah,
a
to be
long
clear, we're
time.
not asking for Jermaine Gresham.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. We're
I need
expecting that's
someone
in-
serviceable.
So Mark Andrews.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
just be serviceable.
We just, yeah, exactly. We're Jason Witten. We just want
Right.
serviceability.
It is crazy he stole somebody from Tennessee, which is his alma mater.
Love it.
That's pretty
That's
cool.
Love it.
wild.
That's what
pretty
throws us.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
as a second, we might have brought him in for the hope of getting his son at linebacker too.
Right.
He's a
That's
2027
gravy.
5-star, I think, at linebacker.
He's number one linebacker.
Always in the linebacker in the country. So it didn't hurt to have your
Doesn't hurt.
No.
dad coach at
Yeah.
Titans.
It's like long game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty much a lock then, right? Best linebacker
I
coach
hope.
in all of football plus his dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we've seen it. I mean, we've had our criticisms, but we've seen it with DeMarco, right? Like what you bring in, and hopefully Jason Witten's a better developer and personnel manager, but the ability to bring people in with the pedigree that you have as a former top tight end or a former running
Yeah.
back like that, it goes a long way. Like we've brought in talent at running back.
Yeah,
We've just
DeMarco
never-
has brought in
We've
a
just
lot.
we've never seen the we've never
They've
seen
left
it
him
come
in
to
better
fruition.
somewhere else.
Right.
Afterwards.
So
At least they have left and been good. So it is true talent. It's not a Bauer Sharp or somebody else that's
Yeah.
fool's gold. These are real talented people. We just need to figure out a way to use them and have them talented and productive at Oklahoma.
right.
Well, that's positive for sure. Yeah, I think the portal's been really good. I don't think anyone could criticize that. I think we processed out a lot of guys.
I think like 90% of it was processed out.
Yeah.
And then you probably got 3 guys that you wanted to keep, but they got starter money somewhere else and you couldn't justify.
Yeah,
Like Strong,
yeah,
Sammy Omasigo,
yeah. I'm gonna see.
and probably Hardy,
Gentry.
Gentry.
Yeah,
Those
Gentry.
are probably 4 guys that you
Yep.
wanted to keep,
Yep.
but they got better offers somewhere else and pretty much guaranteed starting.
Did
Well,
Gentry
I
land
don't know,
somewhere?
Gentry with Georgia.
Georgia, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So
That's the best landing spot,
yeah,
prestige wise, for
Yeah.
everyone. But everyone went to decent schools.
I mean, we lost some guys at Mississippi State.
all those guys went to decent schools.
I'm saying all the OU guys, they went to at least Power Four schools. We Raggins maybe, and somebody else is maybe going, but they all
Yeah.
went to UCLA's, Minnesota's, Mississippi State's,
West
Northwestern.
Virginia.
Northwestern. So they went to they didn't
Nobody
have
went to North Texas.
They didn't have to drop down a level.
Yeah.
Right.
We had someone going to Toledo.
Yeah, didn't we have somebody go? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's one.
Yeah.
Oh, Carrion.
Was it carry on?
Which he might just tear it up and leave like that.
I'm sure he will.
Yeah.
He probably will be a god.
Yeah.
But
So that's
all
good.
it also speaks to like maybe I know what we
I didn't
always
think it was
say.
carry on. I thought it was somebody else.
I'm pretty sure it was Carrion.
Well,
Okay.
previous portals had several players really going down
Yeah,
in league.
yeah.
Yeah.
Which you want to process those guys, but you want to be in a position where the guys you process still are landing somewhere good because they're still good.
We had 2 or
Shows
3
you
go
the
to
average
Baylor.
talent level.
I had like 2 guys go to Baylor.
Hmm.
Yeah, who?
Let me
And
pull it
then
up.
Baylor, I feel like Baylor picked up a couple of big names from bigger schools too.
Kentucky,
I think-
Mississippi State.
I
did the
think
same
Baylor
thing.
added like 5 legit SEC guys.
Kentucky was out there throwing bags.
Yeah, Kentucky had a
Like Kentucky,
Where did Nick
They
Anderson?
need to. They're Kentucky.
wow, it was just yesterday.
Hold on, I'm pulling.
wasn't it?
Was it
Wasn't
Kentucky?
it Kentucky? It was Kentucky.
Kentucky.
He went to Kentucky.
19th is our ranking.
Hmm.
Okay, let's get down to
As Mike Myers would say, talk amongst yourself.
so. Who were you wondering about?
Who went to Baylor?
Oh,
Who went to Toledo?
we did have a North Texas, Joshua Martin.
Yeah. from Cal.
Isaiah.
Oh, Isaiah, yeah,
Oh, Josiah Martin.
Josiah Martin.
So Hardy went to Colorado. Troy Everett went to Ole Miss.
KJ Daniels went to
Logan
UAB,
Howland went to Virginia Tech. Sexton went to Oak State. Jake Taylor went to Iowa
and
State.
Evan Jordan.
Evan Jordan went to Baylor.
That's a good pickup for them.
Jaden
Yeah.
Gibson went to South Carolina. Hawkins and his brother went to West Virginia. Caden Helms went to Minnesota. Javante Barnes went to Kentucky. Kendall Dolby, Mississippi State. Gentry, Georgia. Carson Kent, Pitt. Marcus Strong, Clemson. Taylor Tatum, Michigan. Giovanni Gibson, Cincinnati. Kobe, Northwestern. Sammy, UCLA. Yeah, that's
Maybe I sent you somebody that was just on campus at Toledo then.
Evan Carry On doesn't have a team.
I think it said it was like tapped for Toledo. Like Toledo was in on him.
Maybe it was
He hadn't committed.
Kearney and Carrion aren't listed
Yeah,
as
they're-
having teams.
Yeah, they're at question mark.
Maybe they come back if we haven't given their spots away. I'd love to have Carry on back. I still think
I would too.
I think with his size, it's hard to find a receiver.
Yeah.
He's not a speed guy, but he's a great possession guy if you give him the chance.
Well, that's a luxury to get him back because you're not paying much if you get him back at this point.
Because he went in the portal.
Yeah.
I was kind of tell between his legs if you get him back.
So
I did read an article that there was like 30% or something of players haven't found a spot yet.
right,
And a lot of them that are thinking they're going to get to go back have already been
replace.
replaced and there's not a spot for them.
Yeah, that definitely
It's a
can happen.
risk.
It's
It's a
a
big
risk.
risk.
Then you end up going to Division II. Like,
So you got I got a conspiracy theory on Adebore. So he's in the portal for like what, 4 minutes?
4 minutes, yeah.
Yeah. So my wonder is if they're in front of a donor and he's got all the stuff filled out and they're saying, hey, we need money to keep this guy, or he's going in the portal, and he says, I don't believe you. And they pick up the phone and says, go enter the portal. And he pushes the button and he's in the portal, goes, okay, here's the check. All right, go out of the portal.
Scoop hinted that he turned in the paperwork on Friday to be filed on Monday. And over the weekend, we convinced him to stay, which means money.
Yeah.
And then whoever's in charge of putting the paperwork
Went ahead
in
and did it.
did it on Monday morning, not knowing that we had already agreed with him on the
Gotcha.
new dollar amount. And he
Gotcha.
was staying. So it went in
Hmm.
and they probably have some kind of a
Flag.
notification thing popped up.
Yeah.
And they got the notification saying, oh shit. So they make a phone call to the
Yeah.
person that's in charge of filing it
Yeah.
and had him pulled up.
That's-
That's what Scoop,
That's a reasonable
that's
thing.
what Scoop said. So that made the most sense to me.
Can you enter, withdraw, and then enter again?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think so.
Yeah. As long
Well,
as
not now.
not
Well,
now.
not,
Friday
no,
was
not
cut.
now. Like
Yeah.
within the window.
Well, I mean, you had guys trying to do it like the Washington guy, you
Yeah.
know, sign a contract and then,
Yeah, what happened with that? Is he there still?
Yeah, he stayed.
yep.
That's crazy.
Well, they said we're not filing it.
I know, but
He signed a contract.
think how toxic that locker room is.
Yeah.
Could be pretty bad. It's bad. It's bad on a lot of.
You got 8 months to
Levels.
figure it out, but man,
I mean, you got that. You got donors that rubs people the wrong way. Fans that rubs people the wrong
Think
way.
about Aikman.
It's not good.
Aikman come out and said, you know, he donated to a specific
Yeah.
player
Yeah.
and then he said, I never got to thank you. And then the next year he left. So he donated for Dante Moore
Yeah.
and got him to UCLA. He took a bag and then left to Oregon.
Yeah.
And Aikman's like, I'm not doing this anymore.
Well, you got bad agents, bad actors. You've got kids that are doing dumb kid stuff.
well, kids are just like
They're gonna
$3.
figure it
They
out.
don't care where it comes from.
Well, and not just that, they're doing this kind of stuff, which you can't, as the institution, you can't let people burn bridges for you. And that the Aikman situation has got to be a fairly common one happening, and
Yeah.
probably with bigger donors than that, they're thinking, hey, I ain't gonna have this happen.
The only guy I kind of fault, I think Devon Jordan should have stayed because at the corner position, you don't make it a whole year with just the two guys.
no,
I
Right.
mean, when's the last time we
You're
had
not
two
thinking.
healthy corners in the entire season? So
Right.
he literally, unless he got like 2+ what he was making, you know, if they offered him a cost of living increase essentially, and he's the third corner.
yeah,
which-
he's,
which
like,
al-
he's
which
the
also
third,
means-
he's the third corner.
Yeah.
exactly.
He was the third corner last year,
Right,
because Gentry never played.
and he would have played a lot this year.
And then I think Hardy is the same thing because Peyton Bowen's hits his last year.
Mhm.
And then you've got, I guess, who's
Boganowski.
Boganowski. But I would bet in a lot of situations you'd have Hardy out there instead of Boganowski in nickel coverage type situations
Well, someone
because
has to spell them anyway.
you want a faster safety than like
Hardy
Boganowski.
got a
hitting.
ton of snaps.
I know.
It makes some really,
He made the
really,
special
really
teams play
critical plays.
against Bama
Right.
the fumble.
Now, we had two true freshman safeties last year that were very highly ranked that came in. We kept one of them. One of them left.
But those are the two guys that I'm disappointed
Mhm.
in
Seems like they're not
us not
seeing the
keeping him
full
and
picture.
them not seeing the bigger picture.
Yeah.
Sammy too. Sammy's
I think-
penciled in as a starter.
I think we processed Sammy out.
Yeah.
His,
I think we processed him out for what he wanted. Maybe.
his post,
Right. I agree with that.
yeah, for what he
He
wanted,
did not want
Yeah.
to leave OU.
Yeah, there's no. I mean,
but we wouldn't pay him.
he's a starter.
I think they brought
Him and
this
Kip are
one
starters,
in the-
period.
Here's where you get the
Period.
short-sightedness that really can bite him. So you got some kids that could be big contributors, but really their chances to get to the NFL are very slim. when you have a guy who has a pretty good chance of getting to the NFL, you look at where he is at Oklahoma, you say, where else are you going to have a better shot at development and then get exposure for the NFL than
Right.
here? So
Well,
you
look
got to
at
get
Brent's
long,
rotations.
play the
Yeah.
long game here.
Like,
Exactly.
I
You're
think
gonna
Sammy.
play.
I think
Yeah.
Sammy was Kip's backup. Kid. I think they play the same position. So I think the Michigan kid is taking over for Heineke,
Yeah, but
and
I
that
would think that you could make that work.
What's the story on Heineke? What's the latest?
I don't think he's getting it
Yeah, you don't think he's getting it
because of
the clock?
the time clock.
But the other kid,
I don't know.
So
there's just
That's
another
not
guy like
bad.
he got like a 7.
Yeah, there's precedent.
Yeah, there's a lot of
precedent
precedent.
around it that says he should get it.
Now, what I don't know
I don't
is
trust the NCAA to give it.
like if he participates in senior
I don't think that
That
matters.
doesn't
senior
make a
bowl
difference.
That
practices,
doesn't matter. I don't think that matters at all.
You sure?
It's just NFL.
As soon as that is NFL, you're NFL coaches.
No, I think it's
He's not getting paid to be a senior role.
yeah, I think it is, and I don't know because it's changed.
I bet you can.
I think
Didn't they change something where you could
I'm
Come
on
back?
and well, we
Should
need
be
to
able
look
to see
that up.
where
It's
you're
some
drafted
there's
if you
some
come
different debt. Yes,
That's
exactly.
what the NBA does.
Well, the
NBA
NBA you can get drafted and come back.
Well,
No,
that's
I think
new.
yeah,
But before in the NBA, you could announce for the draft where you were going. You could go back.
yeah, you could withdraw,
Yeah.
and
Well,
that's
same with MLB. Like MLB's the same
Yeah.
way.
well,
You
MLB is really
get
far down that
fully
road. Yeah, you can
drafted.
do everything. Yeah,
You go through spring training. And
No, but if
everything
you put
else.
your if
Be
you put your
drafted
name in the
number 9
NFL
overall,
draft,
back and win a Heisman.
if you put your name in the NFL draft and you're a fringe second, third rounder, right? A day 2 guy, and day 2 comes, you don't go, then take my name up.
so I think I don't think you can get drafted, but I think it's pretty close to that, and you can still come back. But I'm not sure.
Go get a grade.
The lawsuit. So have they actually served the NCAA? Are they actually in a true lawsuit?
I haven't kept any.
That's what I would be pursuing to say, look, I need to know. We need a
Right.
decision.
Some
And here's what
expedition.
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Well, and like
you've got some detrimental reliance going
who
on
put
for
theirs
sure.
in first, right? Like, surely they should have seen this before
Yeah.
the end of the season,
Right.
right? But then you get someone like Chambliss who gets a pretty quick
Yeah.
response.
Yeah. He got a real quick response.
Like within a week.
It, and his was, I didn't really see his case. Like, what is he claiming to say I deserve it?
He said he got like tonsillitis or something like that, which is like a 2-3 week recovery, and is trying to claim a medical red shirt on.
And that would extend him for a 6th year.
Yes.
So I don't know. That seems silly.
Well, I think they're going to go. You know, the coaches are recommending a 9-game
Right.
red shirt. Like that's so ridiculous.
Just give him the full year. at that
They
point.
they just need
give
to
him
go
5
5
years.
for 5.
I think
Yeah,
it should be
5.
5 years from the day you actually start with a team.
And
That's when the clock should start. We're done.
Yeah,
That's
and
it.
you don't have to question anything
And
else.
nothing else. And no
You don't
medical
have to
red
go
shirt,
through,
no
like,
nothing.
No hoops you jump through. Like you get
Yep.
5 years.
Yep.
If you
Yep.
get hurt in the
Break your leg,
in the
too bad.
beginning of your 5th
Sorry.
year, sorry,
Yeah.
you
I
had
agree.
your chance.
and by sport.
Yeah, I'm just talking.
Oh no, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like
If you play lacrosse or you play
by sport,
Yeah.
the clock starts.
your clock
Yeah.
starts in football when you
you
start
have 5
with a
years of football, you have 5 years of lacrosse. If you
Yep.
wanted to be in college forever, whatever.
Right.
Then
I agree.
Have at it.
I agree. And yeah, there could be
I mean, if you can Chris
shenanigans,
Wanky and
but
go
still.
play pro ball and pro baseball and then come back and play college,
Oh, Brandon
why
Whedon,
not?
Yeah,
Brandon
Russell Wilson.
exactly.
Yep.
This could be good for the
Go, baby.
Patriots.
Go, 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 go,
We're
go,
watching
go,
the
go, go, go,
Patriots.
Go, go, go.
Look at
Yeah!
the touchdown. There
Let's
we
go.
Boom.
All right.
Patriots take the lead,
They're ahead in
14-10. All right. Well, a lot of good developments.
It's been a good start.
It's been
to
a
the offseason.
really good
start to the offseason.
start to the offseason.
If you look at the way too early projected starters, offense better.
Is it way too early?
Way too early.
I don't think it's
Just
way
for
too
that
early.
spring?
I think it's just too early.
I think offense will be better.
Well, you
I
got
don't
the
think it's
same.
early at all.
Let's say you have the same
Okay.
4 offensive line, adding the Arkansas transfer.
So
No.
who did you
Line
lose?
40 offense, no
Line's
doubt about it.
better.
Who's getting replaced?
Breakfast
Simmons for this guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you've got
So Weebu's back?
No,
Oh no, Zeda's back.
Foj.
he wrote
No, who's the left guard?
left guard will be. I don't know.
So is Weebu out of time?
Yeah.
Yeah, we was.
So it's Ozeta?
Yes,
Yeah, probably.
yes. Asusi at left tackle.
Susi. Ozeta,
Michaela,
Micah,
Boj,
OJ, and the new
The new
guy.
guy.
the new kid from Arkansas.
Harris.
New
Then
tight end,
then you got the tight ends.
Yep.
Then you got X and Blaylock.
seemingly better receiving core.
Yes.
And then Hatton, who's some people think he might be the starting running back by Texas. He's
I mean, we didn't expect Blaylock to be a starter.
I'm not even gonna remotely start to speculate on running backs.
Yeah.
At this
and then
point.
receiver, we had news
You and I could go out there to camp and we could be starters by Texas.
that Titania was back, and we're adding Trell Harris and Livingston.
Livingston.
So are you asking just on a player talent, position by position, offense better?
Yeah.
Or
the
okay,
problem is you got the same quarterback.
I totally say yes, and then I say even more so when you got the fact that we do have the same quarterback a year into the system,
Oh no!
You mean
no,
4
no,
years
no.
into the system?
No,
No.
It's not
What?
Ozeta.
1 year into the
It's
system.
EPL.
Oh, yeah,
EPL.
Yeah, EPL, of course. Yeah. So
The line's better.
everything's going to be
Just
better.
from age and experience.
Yeah.
And
Everything should be
I
better.
was disappointed us not being able to run the ball at the end of the season, but both running backs were hurt.
and the tight ends can't block.
And the
then-
tight ends
and
came
the tight
back.
ends.
Which apparently
Yeah, but you should be able to line up 5 guys and block 4 guys.
We couldn't.
In theory, yes.
And I think we'll be better in all those
You should
positions.
be.
Here's why I
Now
think,
we didn't have Michael at center for what last 3 games or so.
right.
So that does hurt the
matters.
running game
That matters.
because you're moving over a guard to center.
which he made himself some money doing that.
Yeah, he
Good
did.
for him.
Yeah, he did. So here's why I think we should expect everything's better, including Mateer. I would equate what Mateer did as a junior college transfer, and we just saw his first year at this level of football. And so now we're seeing a freshman to sophomore or sophomore to junior jump here.
I'd say sophomore or junior.
Yeah.
And I think you'll see a transcendence, honestly. I think he's gonna be Heisman front runner, dude. For sure.
Of course.
Arch.
Huh?
Arch.
No, not off the bat, but by what? After
Arch,
the
Arch will be
Michigan game?
Arch will be off the bat. We're gonna kill Michigan up there in Ann Arbor.
Arch is good, unfortunately.
Arch is really good.
Arch
I
is
think
good.
he's gonna be that game next year in Dallas is gonna be fun, assuming Mateer doesn't break his hand.
Mm.
So the Mateer hand problem, I think we don't appreciate or know.
He was two
Everything
different
that
players
happened.
without question.
I think there were physical and mental things that happened.
A lot of-
And then I think it was the fact that he was
90.
coming into probably so.
That's good.
And he was coming into, yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
That's potential.
Not
But
if he's,
good.
not if he's going to be. I mean,
You can
I think-
work. You can work a lot on mental.
think-
jump throwing the ball
I
all
think
the
that's a
time
huge deal.
and the
Exactly.
sidearm.
That's
all the
not
time.
mental though. That's
That's-
physical.
I don't think so.
That's
well, maybe
mechanics.
both. It's
It may be
something
both.
you
It
can
comes
work
from the
on.
brain.
You
Mental-
can't
that-
work on that
there's
in the middle of the
mental-
season. Everything's
No.
coming at you too fast.
Right.
This is a chance. And I'm saying that's my expectation, but it's also what I am going to hold him to. That's why he should be better. Now he has the chance to catch his breath. Now he has the chance to figure out exactly what it looks like against an SEC level defense.
Yeah, but he's going against probably the best defensive line, well, top 5 defensive line in college football in practice every day.
No, and during
And
the
it
season,
didn't translate
it's
to
too
the
fast.
games.
But look at how much
he needed an off season to figure this out.
look at how much film he has to look at and digest this offseason.
Yep.
There's so much you can go and circle and point out to say this sucks. This is where you suck. And here's how you don't
And you
suck.
can work
All
on
you do is
things you
turn on
can't
the film
work,
and just watch every play.
but you can't work on stuff. He has weeks.
Touche. Like
He has
legitimate.
weeks to work on stuff that he doesn't have in the middle of the season. In the middle of the
But he
season,
had it all last year.
no, they didn't have the film of all of
January.
his. No, they didn't have the film of the season.
And also you
So if
can't,
you're
you
looking
can't
at-
fix mechanics midseason.
So yeah, if you're look at him after the like around the Tennessee game, you don't have time to say you're doing these things poorly. Let's go work on this. You got to figure out your game plan for Alabama.
I don't know if he's going to be, Heisman worthy, but there's a natural improvement. He's going to play better.
He will
Yeah.
be better.
Yeah, he'll be
No,
better.
he'll be better.
And how much
But
better does
you're-
it have to be?
There's very few starting quarterbacks that
Get worse
get worse.
Yeah, right. or
And a
don't
year in
flat out improve.
a year
Jackson.
in the SEC in a
I still think he got better.
in a system
You
that
got
he's
better
been
at
part
Auburn?
of.
No, he got bitched. He was so bad.
But he was better.
He didn't know it was not better.
I think he was
The
probably
only thing was better was the first couple of games of the year they ran him like he was Blake Bell, and then they decided to pull back and not do that anymore, and he got worse.
Okay, exception that proves the rule.
It can be a small amount, but I still think he was probably a better quarterback.
No chance.
No, I don't know if he's better. It's going to UNLV. So
It
Yeah.
doesn't matter if he's better or not. He's one guy of thousands.
Most of the time,
But I mean, you look at that
Most of
situation
the
too,
time, a
though.
returning quarterback from the school gets better.
Jackson's going to a new staff with new coaches.
There's
and
very
everything
few.
else.
There's very few times. that
Bradford got worse between 08 and 09.
So did Shore.
That's, what a
I
stupid.
mean, it's,
In
Yeah.
general,
Bradford got way
they're
better at getting
developing.
hurt between 08.
These young men are still developing. They're still learning. They get better and better and better.
Yeah, I will
At almost every
formulate a
position.
breakfast bet. I'll bet he's better.
Physically is
Statistically
probably
better.
going to be better next year.
Right.
well, we'll do a top something offense then.
We're going to
we'll
do it-
definitely
Probably
need
go-
to get
we're
an
going to
Probably
offense.
30.
An
even.
advanced
We need to get an
analytic
offense one go.
bet.
And we need to just look at, I mean, like quarterback rating or something just for the quarterback. That might be, you may not want to make that
QBR is
too
pretty
easy.
good. Yeah, QBR is pretty good.
Yeah. So
Because his
a lot of
QBR was
opportunity.
What I did find interesting
Hush,
throughout
I'm
the
making a bet on
season,
this.
looking back, is he started off throwing the ball over the middle
Right.
with success. And then post injury, it just completely disappeared.
He started off just not giving him.
So I
like
don't know.
that.
I don't know what that was.
Yes.
But
I think he got into a,
Oh,
is that another pick?
yeah.
I think he got into a myopia. I think he could get tunnel vision. He just couldn't
Even
do
after
the field.
like third game of the year, when he was the top of the Heisman thing, yours truly here was like, I don't get it because, I mean, we barely scored any points against Michigan. They got a really good defense coming off national championship. That one was a wash, but 35 points against whoever the hell we played first game, something
Illinois State.
Illinois State.
Damn
Hey,
near now.
runner up.
It's
second place.
Runner up.
It's damn near.
Okay,
And
damn
Hugo,
near.
whatever they're in.
The one for their stupid kicker.
And then
That's a wild
third
thing.
game of the year. I don't even remember who played third game of the year.
We
Who was third game?
played.
No,
Temple.
Yes,
Temple.
which he played a half-ish.
He played well.
Looked good, but it was, I mean, JUCO
Well,
then.
the reason was he was ascendant and everyone else sucked. There wasn't.
And the plays
big
in
candidate.
Michigan, he was our running game for Michigan also.
Mhm.
And then you have plays where you spin out of the sack and hit Satania down the sideline.
Yeah.
It's just he was making the plays that are Heisman worthy.
They
Michigan.
were
He
future
looked.
casting.
Michigan.
I mean,
he
Michigan
looked
had
like
one really good drive.
Like a legit badass.
It was forecast. Didn't pan out.
You look good against Michigan.
I'm not defending the whoever is the Heisman, front runner determinants, but I think that's the reasoning.
We determined.
Yeah, we determine it. And it's going to be, I think you're probably going to see in New York, there might be 4 guys, but for sure 3, and they're going to finish in this order: Mateer,
I'll take that bet.
Arch, Jackson Arnold.
I'll take Mateer winning the Heisman. I'll go against that all day.
It's funny.
I'm
So-
not done on Jackson Arnold.
Jokes aside,
He
and
might-
UNLV,
he
he might
might-
blow it up with
he-
numbers.
And
Well, he's got a good coach.
with that
Dan
co-
Mullen.
Yes.
with Dan
Yes.
Mullen, if he turns him into a Tebow light,
He's gonna no Dak Prescott.
yeah.
Either way.
he
could
he could
You can turn him into Dak Prescott.
He could have the numbers.
Yes.
I mean, Dak Prescott had Mississippi State the number 2 team in the country his senior year.
Well, and for Jackson, it's like you're just trying to go get drafted. Like you're trying to get draft stock and go in the 4th or 5th round.
Now he still has 2 more years.
No, I think he's
No.
done after this year.
I
He
don't think
redshirted
so.
for us.
He
Then
did
played.
redshirt for us.
He red.
Oh no, we lost his red shirt because he played BYU.
That's right.
So he lost his red
We
shirt.
did lose a red shirt.
Played for us.
Played for
Played for
Auburn.
Auburn.
Here we go.
I was thinking he redshirted the first year, but yeah, but when Gabriel got hurt, he had to come in against.
Well,
because the bowl
let
game
him
didn't
make
count.
it a medical redshirt because he had a splinter right before the BYU game.
That was still a 4-game red shirt.
No,
season?
I think he lost it. I think playing the BYU he lost
I
it.
think so too.
I think
Are
it was
you
a 4-game
confusing that
red
with
shirt.
Michael Hawkins?
I think so.
Regardless, that was 2023.
Yeah,
This
he
is-
played. If that counts as a year,
This is
and then year
third
2
year
would be
starter.
us. Year
Yeah.
3 would be Auburn.
Yeah.
So unless he redshirted to go to UNLV, which he didn't, then he's done.
If we're right about that first year with
Yeah.
us.
Oh, Jackson.
Well, he's got a chance to be better,
Good
but
luck.
I think we got a
Good luck
really
to
good
him.
chance for the offense to be better. We're gonna have to formulate exactly, put some numbers to it, and see where the level of disagreement lies. But I think it's safe to say we should expect to be better on offense, even if, and I'm saying from a what OU deserves point of view. No disagreement there, right?
Well, of
OU
course.
should have a better offense
We
than
deserve
what
it
we
all.
had. And we deserve to have a defense that's very, very good. I expect we can have a defense that's every bit as good as what we had this past year.
I think our starting 11 for defense is really good. I don't think we're as
With the
deep
depth, yeah.
as we were this season,
Okay.
but there's also players that if we get someone like a Taylor Wine,
Uh-huh.
you
Show
spring camp just
Right.
spring camp shows up and just like where did
Right.
that guy come from?
Right.
But right now you're probably looking at Taylor Wine, Jaden Jackson, David Stone, and PJ as
Mhm.
starters, which that's a solid group.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Then you have Cole Sullivan, the Michigan transfer at the Mike, Kip at the Will, Reggie Powers at Cheetah. You have Eli and Guillory at corners with Bowen and Boganowski.
That's pretty.
I mean, if you can just say we're healthy,
They were kind of disappointed with RSJ towards the end of the
That's
season. So
tremendous.
Boganowski might be
I'm pretty disappointed with RSJ throughout the season. I think he
Yep.
had a very underwhelming
Yep.
senior year.
Boganowski might be an upgrade.
Well, and like, and
Could
that's
be.
the thing too is you'll see. I mean, we'll see, but I just you may see Brent. I hope you kind of see Brent if that's the case where it's the starting. That's the 11. Be a little bit more conservative on rotations and say I'm going to keep guys out there who are going to make plays
Uh-huh.
as opposed to, hey, we got this freshman in here, and if he's great, great, but like, I don't want to see just random people out there if it's not going to go win us games.
Powers could be a downgrade from Kendall Daniels because he had such a really good season, like out of
Yeah.
nowhere to me.
Yeah.
in
I
some
watched him at OSU.
in some
He
line
had a good
in some
year before,
linebacker.
but then the last year he was at OSU, which they were horrible.
Night and day
One
difference.
game.
It could be a wash. It could be a wash where
They're very
James
different players.
Kendall Daniels
Yeah,
did
that's what I'm.
as a
Very different
linebacker.
players.
We'll lose Powers,
And
but
Powers
we'll
better
gain
coverage.
Coverage.
Yeah, I think that's my problem, or I thought that it could be a downgrade is because
Mm.
Kendall Daniels did so good stopping the run on the edges that Powers, I feel like when I've seen him miss those tackles sometimes,
And
Yeah.
but he's better in coverage.
and when you have a Taylor Wine come out of nowhere, and everyone has to worry about our Mason Thomas. Now you need the same thing to happen where everyone's worried about Taylor Wine,
Exactly.
and PJ's got to step up.
I
Yep.
think you might see it though.
PJ's got to be that guy.
Taylor Wine is going to be a freak, dude.
And
Like,
if it's not Taylor, if it's not PJ, then
Danny Okoye.
yeah, Okoye.
Yeah,
Okoye,
I'm glad he
He
didn't
take that
get in the
job.
portal.
Yeah, me too.
Well,
That was
honestly,
someone
you may
needed to be
see
worried about.
you may see a legitimate one battle there.
There may be
Like,
one in
Oh, that's
Okoye.
the
Okoye may
It's
Okoye
Okoye
may
and
win the
PJ
job
for sure.
Yeah.
Like,
That's the battle for sure.
and honestly, what Okoye did in a couple of the games where he got some exposure, the dude looks legit.
I think it's one of
PJ
the,
has always been missing that finishing ability to be able
I
to say
think
like,
PJ
"You can go do it."
I think PJ's safe, and I think he really helps you in a run
Right.
game. But I think
I don't
Okoye,
think he makes a
I
difference.
think Okoye
Or-
can get the
Right.
quarterback.
He's not a difference maker.
Difference maker, exactly. Thank you. He
Yeah,
can make a difference.
Okoye could be our Mason Thomas.
Yeah, that's what I was
the
gonna
year
say.
after, not this year, but the next year.
Right. Right. That guy that you have a lot of confidence he's
Yeah.
a threat every time.
Because Wine became our Mason Thomas during the
He
year.
did,
Yeah.
That's incredible.
and he's. I mean,
and we especially when you had to have him because our Mason was hurt.
So
What sucks is we really never got to see Wine at the level that he got to
with our
and our Mason at the same time.
right.
But that's something we were complaining about in the latter games of the year is the rotations that we'd run out there on defensive end. It would be really random, like PJ and Wine or R Mason and PJ, something like that. Like you have your two best defensive ends, and one of them's on the bench right now. I don't care what side they're on.
Yeah.
Just send them.
I don't know if I just don't feel comfortable criticizing our defense to that level of
That's a good point.
degree.
That's a good
Like it's so hard to criticize when they're so good.
Yeah.
Like
Brent knows what he's doing.
Brent knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
But he could have blind spots there, right?
It is
So-
interesting that two veteran linebackers are leaving, and they are the two that have the hardest time covering the middle of the field.
Yeah.
I mean, Kobe leaving to Northwestern, I think it's a relatively solid indicator.
Yeah.
But Kobe,
Right. He didn't go to Georgia.
but Kobe and Sammy both
Well, I mean,
were
like,
the ones that struggled on the
Right.
over route.
and Kobe's a coach, right? He's a field general. Like he knows where to be and what to do,
Can he do it?
but being able to execute that is a completely different story.
There's no there's not a rule that states who gets the
The sticker.
communication.
I don't think so.
is there?
No.
It'll be interesting to see who gets that.
That'll be real interesting to see. So
Because
you
I know-
bring up
I don't know if Kip like knows the defense like that.
I don't know
Right.
if you want Kip to have it. I mean, you look back when Kobe wasn't in there, Heineke had the sticker.
Can you give it to a safety? I mean, is that even a wise thing to do?
I don't think so.
the problem would
Because I
be
think
where
you
he
need to
needs to
check.
be on the field and can he communicate
Yeah,
what he needs to
so
communicate?
I think the linebacker
Right.
can turn and
Right,
check with both.
right. Exactly.
I think it will be Kip. I think if there's one person who's going to have it, it'll be Kip. I don't think you give it to.
Unless the Michigan
The-
kid learns it.
But that's the thing.
Quickly.
That's what I said. I don't think you give it to the Michigan kid who's never been in this system,
Right.
this crazy system. If Heineke's back, you give it to Heineke
Oh yeah.
for sure.
Heineke had it. when he
Yeah,
was
that's
on
what
the
I'm
field.
saying.
Yes, for sure he's got it.
He's your.
Oh,
he's your
if
guy.
we do get Heineke back, that just makes the starting 11 on defense even better because the Michigan kid is a player.
Yeah.
And so we'll have a rotation again.
That would
He
be
turns
incredible.
into Sammy where he's the backup to Heineke.
So you bring up something interesting. You allude to it with a couple of comments there, and that's health. So I have a question. One, do we know, has it been confirmed what people say about Indiana, that they do practice really light? And if that's the case, and even if it's not the case, should we expect that, to second guess Brent, should we expect that they transition to a more light in-season practice schedule for health?
How many injuries do we have in camp and practice? I mean,
Lucas.
the offensive lineman, for sure.
The linemen were still getting injured this year, but
Corners.
other than that, I felt like the team held up better.
Running backs got injured. Receivers did not
Yeah,
get
but that was
injured.
during game. That wasn't during practice. And I understand the
Yeah.
overuse,
Could
I don't think
contribute though.
I don't think they're getting tackled to the ground in practice. I think they're running through those.
Well, there's two
things where you
aspects
hold
to
the
it
ball.
though. One is the impact, and the other is the strenuousness of practice. And what I've heard about Indiana is that it's light practices, they're short, they don't just wear these guys out.
Yeah.
So I
They
mean,
spend more
being
time
out in the
filming.
heat
This
is
is 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not even worth like
And they're on their
you didn't
16th
even put
game.
pads on.
like, are we even putting
They're
pads
fixing to play their 16th game. And
Yeah.
outside of the guy that
Yeah.
got injured
celebrating?
celebrating,
Yeah.
they've got like two other starters that have been injured.
I mean, that
this
means
season.
something. And if you're going to make a title run, you're going to play 16 games.
But it
So
might,
it's something you've got to think about.
It
You
might
won't see it
depend-
with Brent.
I don't think so either.
You won't see it with Brent.
But you can
Well,
also
he's an old school guy too.
I know, but
Yeah.
I just really don't think you're going to see it.
But
I
we-
think it'll take a
Maybe
lot of.
something
I
needs to
think it'll
change.
take a
It
lot
might
of-
be a situation where, those coaches all talk to each other in the off season.
Right.
Some coaches visit other stuff. Maybe they're friendly with each
That
other.
could push
And
it.
he finds he's like, are you guys really only doing like
Yes.
2 days a week having 30-minute practice?
Well, I mean, the NFL
And he's like, yeah. Then maybe Brent's like, well, let's experiment in one of the days when we normally have a 2-hour
Yeah.
practice. Let's go 45 minutes on that practice.
And in addition to that, you might have it being pushed by players who they themselves are saying, look, as part of the negotiation, even if it's not formal, I'm not comfortable coming and getting hurt. I've got a future I'm trying to build towards. And if you want to retain me or you want to get me in the first place, I'm going to need to know that it's not.
But right, I mean, the pro schedule, they don't, they bust their butt in the preseason
Right.
and then they shut it down.
And
It's all
the
mental.
Indiana players
It's
are
all mental
are
and
older.
some condition.
It's all finesse and it's all.
And I always like a smarter player over a dumber player. In fact, to the point of I'll sacrifice some talent to get the smarter player. And I'm going to extend that to say maturity and older players, which is obviously something that's benefited Indiana a lot. So, and I'm not saying they're too old to practice
And-
that hard. I'm just saying it's smarter and you can work on them and get more bang for the buck by having them invest time with film, with whatever outside of let's go be brutal to one
And just to argue, we were complaining that Lincoln ran a soft practice.
that's true.
And we weren't ready for tackling and we weren't
Right.
Well, we
taking
also
people
had
to the
another
ground.
instructor as our strength and conditioning coach.
Yeah,
That's
right.
a lot of it. He
It
was
could-
more worried about yoga than he was,
In Indiana,
performance.
as you're saying, might have the luxury of maybe they're not having to teach much of that. They're
Right.
experienced players. And same with the NFL, right? You're not
Right.
teaching tackling drills
Right.
in the
Right.
NFL.
Or just teaching
You might have to look at your
be
team.
tough.
Yeah.
There's some of that.
But if your team is having tackling problems,
right.
you probably have to practice tackle.
Well, that and if you've got a guy that's coming out of high school, or if you've got a guy that just transferred in from Washington State, you might have to tell him it's brutal here in the SEC. You need to get ready for it, and we're going to get you ready for it. Here's boot camp, and boot camp doesn't end. I don't know. There's to push back, there's something to that for sure. I think that we talk about the age of Indiana. I think that that's one reason to believe. I really like Signetti. I really like everything about him. I think there's reason to believe. Let's slow our roll. They're not going to be the next blue blood that has emerged, and one of the reasons is it's really tough to actually get momentum that sticks. And they have never been a very good football program. It's easy to get some fast dollars. It's really hard to build that and have that keep going.
Sustainability is tough.
The sustainability is really tough. And another thing is they built this on age. Well, this will be the oldest team they probably ever can have.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to have those opportunities going forward. So your average age is going down to the degree that was an advantage. That advantage.
You have to adjust. You have to adjust for that.
Yeah, and can they?
Well,
they probably can,
right.
But to what degree?
What I find interesting is it doesn't have to be the oldest team they're ever going to have, but it's just human nature to go and get higher ranked, quote, better players.
Exactly.
Just like they got 2 or 3 commits from the high school All-American game.
You're going
right?
to turn them down? Yeah.
Right.
No way.
All of a sudden, you're going to have those kids demanding money that are young and inexperienced on the sideline, but you're going to play the Nicholls State kid ahead of them.
Right.
That's not going to last very long.
Right.
So you kind of do it to yourself.
Yeah.
Your own success is going to muddy the blueprint that got you there.
Yeah. Very true.
Because if they just told those kids no, and went and got the North Dakota State all-conference player, and they just kept doing that same thing, then they would continue, I think.
Yeah.
But it's human nature.
Yeah.
To be like, oh, wait a minute, we got a top 50 wide receiver in the country out of high school now? Okay.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong.
They're going to have
them. They're my new favorite Big Ten team, and I don't know who they replace because I don't care about the Big Ten whatsoever.
And same with quarterback play.
I want them to succeed.
I guess.
Yeah.
I guess Lincoln did it. He kept getting a quarterback that could come in and run at the way at an extreme high level. Indiana also,
but that was one player.
Somehow hasn't had to replace staff yet either.
Right.
It's weird.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know why they haven't been picked off yet. They can't last for much longer.
No, it's
Indiana has another 10, 11, 12 win season next year. That coordinator and stuff, they've got to be offered jobs, right?
Right, for sure. And at some point, either the regression to the mean, or they're going to slip away and all of a sudden be pulled to different places. And can you replace? I'm sure they can replace, but it's tough. It's tough to do that.
Now, who did Kentucky hire? What, Oregon's OC?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it just starts literally with like, well, this team's in the top 10 every year. And
go get the guys.
They've got coordinators been there for 3 years. Let's go get it.
And that's all of Indiana's entire staff.
Yeah.
I mean, if they win tomorrow night, it's shocking to me that their OC and DC at minimum don't have head coaching jobs.
Interviews at least.
Well, the game tomorrow night's critical because it's the national championship. But more importantly, it's going to determine who is the best picker this season in Locks of the Week.
The Realist Deal, Locks of the Week.
So
I can tell you who's not the best picker.
Locks of the Week.
Between the 4 of us sitting here.
Oh, you have to bring it up. But
sorry, Connor. Bad season for you.
It's not a secret.
So we'll save our picks for just a minute.
With a great comeback.
Strong comeback. Yeah, I
got those.
I dug deep, got the algorithm working, and so let's.
How much did Fat Jack cost?
See where we are. He pays me. So going into this, the last week, if you will, the last 3 picks, we've already gotten through 2 of them. I was 2-0. Lucas was 2-0. Jay 2-0. Connor and the listener 1-1. So
stupid crap.
For the season, I am 27-26, tied with Lucas, who's 27-26. Both of us 1 game behind our leader, Jay, who's 28-25. Connor, a little bit behind that, 22-30-1.
So I am the crown victor.
You are the crown victor, but not necessarily. You could tie us.
I could tie?
Yeah, you're 1 game ahead.
Oh, I thought it was 3.
You guys all have the same.
We have 27 wins. You have 28 wins.
You guys have
1 plus 27 is 28.
I see that.
So as a group, we're 104, 107-1, just under 49%, just under 50-50.
Sorry, guys.
We could get there, guys. we could get there if we all get them right. We'll be positive. The listeners 18, 35, 34%. Listeners not have not done well. Interestingly, when you look at who we pick, we overwhelmingly pick the favorites. Some of us more so than others. Lucas, 50 of his 53 picks this year have been the favorite.
Wow.
For me, it's 42, Connor 40, Jay 39. And winning percentage, it's a mixed picture. The one that stands out is the fact that Jay is 46% when he picks the favorite, 71% correct when he picks the dog. So you should pick more dogs, apparently,
Right.
based on this. Connor should pick favorites. He gets it 49% of the time, much better than his 23% when he picks a dog. Lucas is 52 and 33. I'm 52 and 45. But I have some additional stats, and they are so detailed that I'm going to have to put on glasses.
Oh boy. Oh man.
Get these right out. Got my Google Glass here so I can see all the answers. So I know we got one game to go, but we have up through this game, we have our lifetime picks, and that would be the seasons 22, 23, 24, and 25. Lifetime at this point right now, we have one person who has a positive lifetime record, and that's Jay, 54%, 101, 110, and 94, and never any pushes. Next is narrowly Lucas, 97, 105, and 2. Connor next, 95, 106, and 3. And then me, 89, 113, and 2. And then, of course, won't go into it, but I got all the picks on when we pick dogs.
So as a group,
We always pick favorites.
group we're what, 47%?
48%, very
Yeah.
close. 391, 418, and 7. 48%.
It's a lot of picks.
And those numbers kind of that I gave you on favorite versus dogs sort of hold up percentage wise, although they get closer to wherever we are in terms of our overall.
Did you happen to break down by conference?
I have it broken down by a lot of things, not by conference. I could do that for you later, though. I have our picks against all the different teams. So you want to guess our top? I've got top 20. You don't have to go through all 20, but the team picked the most times, picked for or against. Let's not think too hard on this.
Yeah, so you.
Oklahoma, 42 times. Guess let's see if you can get any of the other top 5.
Texas,
Nope.
USC,
Texas is 17.
USC,
USC is 16.
Ohio State.
Ohio State is not even in the top 20.
Something random.
I'll give you a hint.
The
The number 2 team is also OU.
Oh,
Oregon.
Oregon, yeah.
After that,
Georgia?
Alabama, Tennessee, and Notre Dame.
huh.
So a lot of times it's going to be who we played, but Oregon was really interesting because we have not played Oregon at all.
Is there any of those that were significantly better at picking?
I have here we go. Times picked against. This is interesting. Guess what team we picked against the most?
Notre Dame.
Nope. Notre Dame is not even in the top 20.
Give me a conference.
Oklahoma State.
SEC, Oklahoma State is 3rd.
Picking against the SEC the most. Texas.
Nope. Texas is 12th. I don't think you're going to get it. Auburn. And next is Oregon. Wins, the most wins is Oklahoma, followed by Oregon, followed by Notre Dame, then Auburn, then Oklahoma State. The best winning percentage, we have 13 teams. We are 100% when we pick them. I'd have to look up how many times. But San Diego State, Kentucky, Western Michigan, Georgia State, Colorado State. A lot of these are going to be single picks. But then, so it'd be interesting to see if you said minimum 5 times picked or something, how well we did. The worst, we have 13 teams. We've never had a victory. A lot of these are single timers. Let me see if there's any. I don't think any of
Probably pick
these.
like Old Dominion or something.
Oh, I mean, it's Nevada, Bowling Green, etc.
Service picks.
Service
not-
picks for Steve.
Not a single one of these was probably picked
Whatever the Fat Jack told him to pick.
twice. But in fact, all of these, even the ones that are less than or better than 0%, are probably single time or just a couple times that where they were ever picked. This season, the team that we picked the most picked them, not picked against. This might be right. Yeah, picked total, picked or picked against was Oregon, then Indiana, then Oklahoma. So we were all over Oregon. Now that's probably a lot of times where
Big spreads.
2 or 3 of us are picking
Yeah.
the same game. The most team picked to cover would be Oklahoma, followed by Indiana, then Oregon. Oh, actually, they're tied. The most times picked against Oregon, then Auburn, and Florida. So we're pretty consistent lifetime versus what we did this season. Win percentage, our best win percentage is Oregon. We were 10. No. I take that back. That's not that. That's wins. The most wins was Oregon at 8. The best win percentage we had, again, that's I don't have them counted here, but that's like 15 teams who are 100% on. Probably in several of those we had more than one pick.
I'm sure some of our listeners have the same Excel spreadsheet to look at.
Colorado, 3 times we picked them, and
I like going against Colorado. Overrated trash.
overrated track.
Yeah,
Yeah,
really fun to go against them.
all 3 times we picked against them, and all 3 times they were losers. Well, that's all the stats that I want to share. There's more, of course, as we dig deep into the history.
Did you go to school for that?
No, actually, I just picked that on my own. But let's get to our picks. So Connor can go ahead and safely give his pick, unless
Indiana.
that might influence somebody.
It's Indiana.
Indiana giving 8.5. Connor likes Indiana. Do we have a listener pick?
Yep.
All right. Who is our
Patrick.
listener? Patrick. What do you got, Patrick?
Mr. Patrick has Indiana.
Indiana.
7.5.
All
that
right.
correct?
8.5.
I just saw 7.5 just now.
Well, then it moved back down. It's been 8.5 for a
We
week.
literally just looked it up.
I heard Indiana was pregnant, so it makes sense.
Indiana 7.5 according to DraftKings.
That must have just happened because they've been 8.5.
7.5 is crazy.
All
Look
week.
at Vegas Insider. If it's 7.5, I'm
Oh, we
double downing.
get the 7.5. What do they know? What
So
would
you're
move
gonna
the
do,
line back?
Like rock, paper, scissors. It's like 1, 2,
3,
the team.
the team.
Well, I will tell you now.
No, don't tell us.
I'm only making my decision based on trying to jump me.
Oh, well, I'll tell you
Because
right
I'm
now.
guessing what you guys.
I am now doing that to stay with Lucas.
Indiana's 7.5 almost across the board.
All right, we're going 7.5, baby. We just got a full point.
Yep.
All right. 1, 2. Now, when I say 3, then we do it.
This is Lethal Weapon.
Yeah.
We go on 3, or do you say 3 and then go?
It's 3 and then go.
3 and
Three
then
and
go.
then
There we go.
You're sitting on the toilet.
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
Miami.
Indiana. Love it.
I legitimately think Indiana's going to win by double digits. I only went Miami try to jump.
I think Miami's gonna win.
So
You
you
think
think
Miami's
they're
gonna
going to
win?
win outright?
Miami's gonna win.
Oh man!
Oh,
I
wow.
wish I could change to Indiana because I definitely think Indiana's going to cover.
Well, maybe a side bet because
I only did that just in case something crazy happened.
yeah.
And I could jump. I could
I mean,
tie Jay.
7.5 is a lot of points in a national championship. It just is.
So now Steve will jump because you took Indiana
Potentially, I could tie him and
and
jump
go ahead of
you.
me. Yeah. Damn.
Or
Way to go,
you,
Jay.
or you're the winner and you're ahead of me.
You guys,
That's the way
are
it's
you
gonna
guys
work.
saying that because you think it's actually going to happen?
No, I think Indiana's going to win by 10.
I think Miami's gonna win.
I only took Miami
What?
because I
Yeah.
was trying to catch him.
Yeah, he's smoking crazy sauce.
You're
over there.
you're on the cane sauce.
Man.
I don't.
Are you doing stuff with Michael Irvin?
Yeah.
Is he beating your ass with
I
a belt?
don't think that Indiana's still that good.
What makes you think Miami's can?
All right,
This is what I think about Indiana. This is what I think about-
Washington beat Oregon by.
come on.
I think they beat an overrated Oregon a couple times. I think they beat overrated Ohio State.
True.
I think they beat
Stop
a tired, beat up Alabama.
I agree with the Bama one.
And then the second time they played Oregon, it was a game that just everything went their way. I mean, Oregon had a sack,
Fair.
a fumble sack the ball bounces off of him, off of the offensive lineman, and he catches it in the air. And then they punt the ball and down it like the 7.
Yeah.
And then they get a turnover on the next. I don't know. It's
That's what
just,
good football teams do.
it is, but maybe maybe they have destiny on their side, and this game's going to go that way too. I'm not sure. I mean, I could completely look like a fool, and
Well,
I could mop the floor with them.
You are talking about Miami too.
But
do you think Miami's better than what we've been saying all year?
I think Miami has turned it on. Miami's
Peaking at the right.
Miami's the type of team that something about them getting in when they weren't going to get in just boosted their whole
The
football.
number 10 seed. That'd be crazy. And the second year of the 12-team playoff for a number 10 seed to win, because Ohio State won last year at what? 8? They didn't have a bye.
No, 5. They were 5. They were in the
5.
golden spot. Yeah.
Okay. I think Miami has really good defense and Malachi Tony. I think that's all they have.
I think you're right.
So if Indiana holds Tony under 100 yards, I don't see Miami being able to score enough points to stay.
So
The
With
other
Indiana.
the other thing is,
even though Miami's defense is good, I still think Indiana scores.
Carson
I mean, that could be 21-10.
Carson Beck is a wild card, and that wild card's been working in the playoffs.
Yeah.
That can reverse itself horribly.
oh yeah, I have no faith in Carson Beck.
Yeah.
But I was surprised watching Miami against Ohio State. The consensus
I agree.
season-long number 1 team in the country, loaded with NFL draft picks again. In Miami was without question the faster, more physical, dominant football team.
Which is also the
without
complaint though,
question.
that
But Ohio
people
State
have had
hasn't
about
been-
Ohio State
he's-
and about
Yeah.
just for men.
Yeah, well, Indiana
That-
struggled.
that
Ohio
he-
State.
Yeah, no, I agree. But Ohio State's just not that good.
I know neither's Indiana.
Okay, in that one. Okay, yeah. But
You don't
Miami's
think
not that
Indiana's any good?
good by
No,
extension.
they're good. Of course, they're good.
They're
I
gonna
just
beat
don't
that
think they're
ass.
just an unbeatable football team.
They're gonna kick their ass tomorrow.
I mean, you're saying unquestionably, and Miami beat Ohio State 24-14. It was a close game. You act like they blew Ohio State out.
That's the score is closer than
They
what it
beat
looked like on the
A&M
field.
10-3.
Yeah.
And none of us think A&M's great. I mean, looking at their teams that lost to SMU,
If you take away Indiana whooping Alabama,
Miami lost to Louisville at home. They
If you
lost.
take away Indiana
they lost to
whooping Alabama,
SMU.
you still get Indiana whooping Oregon twice.
They beat Notre Dame by 3
they
at
didn't whoop them the first time.
Yes, they did.
They didn't.
They beat their ass. Yes, they did.
Indiana, Oregon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
The first time, yeah, they won like 30 something to like
6.
in the teens.
The first game?
I'll look it up.
Yes.
Oregon, Indiana, 30-20. That's not an ass whooping.
That's not an ass whooping.
But that was actually
That's at Oregon.
the biggest game that Oregon's
And
had
they-
at home in a decade.
Maybe ever.
And they beat Ohio State 14-10, the Big Ten championship.
Yeah, or 13.
13-10.
Yeah, that was a tight game.
Should have lost to Penn State.
I mean, yeah.
Well,
You can look at that up
I
It
and
was a
know
down.
miraculous play.
They haven't lost. Look
they
at
aren't.
Yeah,
look at
they
who
aren't
Mi-
LSU.
Yeah.
2008.
They
But-
miraculously
I agree.
beat Penn State, but Miami lost to Louisville.
exactly. Look who
In
Miami
Miami.
lost to. Look who
They
Miami
lost to
lost.
SMU in Dallas. Like, that's not a home field advantage.
Right.
Bunch of rich prep kids in a 30,000 seat stadium.
All I'm saying is athletically, they made Ohio State look like
It may be a good game.
You're not gonna reach it now.
It's gone, man.
I would be shocked. If something.
That's a awesome
I would
signal.
be shocked if they didn't wipe the floor.
It's not gonna be Indiana, Oregon again.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't surprise me if it was not as close as the Ohio State game.
If Indiana wins by 30 points tomorrow night,
I don't.
then their playoff run is just
They won't
I know,
win by
I'm
30.
historic.
I mean, I think it's gonna be like a 21-10, 24-14, something like that. Because, like I said, if they stop Tony, I don't know what else Miami has. I mean, I've watched like 4 Miami games this season.
And you're
Maybe
talking
they've got a way
about
better running back than I'm thinking of, but
they could hardly be more different. This is as different as Catholics versus converts. This is hardcore discipline from the powdery snow to booger sugar
Well,
on
it's a good win.
South Beach.
I mean, Indiana, based on how they play with discipline and their quarterback making smart decisions, they should win the football game.
Oh.
Athletically, though, if Miami shows up hungry and pissed off, They can absolutely take this football game.
It's going to be a
They
fun game.
can't. Either team.
Either
can
team
win.
can win.
I would be uncomfortable actually betting it and having to give 7.5 points, but I'm pretty confident Indiana on a money line.
It's a fat line.
Plus,
It's a
it
fat
just
line.
pissed me off.
What?
That many points.
That would piss you
Eight and a
off.
half leading up to it, I'd be pissed.
7.5.
Yeah,
No,
but
I'm
how
saying my team would be pissed.
how good does piss do for you?
Yeah.
You know, I
I
mean,
mean, we were underdogs to Bama,
piss might make you undisciplined.
right?
I think Indiana getting angry about disrespect actually could translate into really good preparation. I think the other way could be really detrimental. Like Miami getting disrespected, I think they could come out very undisciplined.
And I think
unserious.
Miami has what you really need in these types of football games, and that is both lines of scrimmage.
I mean,
They're very strong.
Indiana's line of scrimmage looked really good the whole playoff.
They have.
They held
Defensive line
their own
especially.
against Ohio State. I know they only scored 13 points, but it wasn't like Ohio State has far superior athletes than Indiana's got, and Ohio State didn't make in either side of the ball for Indiana look like chumps.
Yep.
No, but Miami made Ohio State look like chumps when they played with that edge.
Yeah,
And I was just surprised at how
and
they looked.
it's a home game, but
Ohio
there will be more Indiana fans.
Ohio State just looked.
Yeah. Do you think there will be?
Yeah, I think it'll be like 65-35 Indiana.
Yeah, I
fans.
think so. I think
In
it'll be red.
Miami,
It'll
which
be
is-
red
Which
as
is
well.
crazy and pretty
I
bad.
don't know. I mean, I was at the office in Miami this week, and sounds like
Everybody's wearing Miami
They
stuff.
pumped up
yeah.
for one.
Yeah, but
sounds like they're pretty.
Are they going to show?
yeah, but they're front runners.
I mean, cheapest ticket this week was like $11,000.
It's insane.
No, I saw like 3,700.
Yeah, there's something like that, yeah.
There was
Get
one day
prices
where it
like
dropped
that,
to
yeah.
2,700 for a day, and then
Yeah.
went back to 3,700.
So I think that
If that was us, would you pay $3,700 to go to
I
a
was
game?
thinking about that. That'd be really
wouldn't.
tough.
$3,700. I would if it was a
For the national championship, I think you have to
that I
do it.
really thought we were gonna win.
You have to do
Yes.
And we had a free place to stay with you.
it. There you go.
Yeah.
You have to do it
I'd think about it.
in our position. But
That's a lot of money.
that's a lot of money.
What'd you pay for the 2000 national championship game?
Oh.
$300.
I didn't pay anything. My dad did,
Oh.
but
You get them through OU though,
yeah,
so it's face value probably $200.
I don't think it was even that high back then. It's funny how much
You
it's
still
gone
your
up.
tickets though?
Huh?
Sure, you got your tickets though.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I could go look.
I mean, the OU Texas game's $150. They're almost $200.
I
man.
think-
190.
I think 150 stands out in my mind.
Yeah, that's probably something.
Something like that. And inflation adjusted, that's going to be a bigger number, but it's not 2,700.
Yeah,
So, yeah, I think that any way you look at it, it'd be tough to have to spend that much money. But that's why tells me I need to make even bigger bets that I do
To cover
that cover it. You know, I need to make a big bet to say if I do it, I'm going to pay.
Well,
for
and
this
that's the thing. This year, it's like taking OU at 6.5. We should just fucking put the mortgage on it.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, do they have odds of just making the national
yeah, I should
championship?
have put a lot more
Like
money.
preseason, you
Yeah.
can pick national champion.
No, yeah, the only thing I've
You
seen.
can't pick like make the game
Mm-mm.
because then
So,
you could do a deal where it's
I know. No, it's
like
deeper
$500
into the
gets you
season.
2,000 or
Oh, yeah.
whatever. You know?
So I did towards the end of the season and got paid for making the playoffs. Could have made bets on every round, but those aren't until they determine who's
Who's in the
close
tournament,
and
yeah.
your odds are worse.
Right.
But right now, what you have to do now, here's what's good. You can make a big bet on win the national championship probably come Tuesday. Those lines will be out.
And then take the buyout,
And then take the buyout.
and
at
that
some
pays
point.
for the ticket.
And that could pay for,
Yeah.
that could pay for just whatever. Like
And
your
then if
first
you win, you
round
don't
or
care if
second
you missed
round.
out on that money
Could be,
because it
yeah.
paid for your trip.
Right. It paid,
And if you
yeah,
lose, you're like,
exactly.
well, I'm glad that
Right.
that paid for my trip.
Right. So there's decision making there. In fact, what I might do
But you can
is
do that in
make
Oklahoma.
several bets. You can't do that in Oklahoma. You have to have
You got to
a
drive to
mule.
Kansas.
So what you should do is make several bets. And one of them you're going to hold the entire time. Another one, different tranches. Another is going to be for the semifinal, another for the quarter, another for just make the playoff. And then you could kind of structure it to pay for all of that stuff.
Yeah.
So that's probably what I'll try to do. It's still an outlay. And unfortunately, OU is going to have some pretty good odds to actually get there, unlike in the past where I was getting paid pretty well. But still, it'll be, come Tuesday, you won't be a top 5 team probably in terms of the odds to win the championship. But I do think it'll probably be top 10.
Yeah,
So-
I would bet we'd be somewhere between 9 and 12.
Yeah. Yeah, somewhere in there.
Although you're gonna have the same odds, it's probably like 7.
Oh yeah, it may be pretty even from 7 through 13 or
Yeah.
something. Yeah, but anyway, we'll see. That's what we'll have to do. But it'd be I don't know. It's easy to regret it if you lose, but it's easy to regret it if you win and you weren't there to see it. I mean, you never know. You
I
never
wasn't
know.
there
It
in
could be
2000.
25 years
I
later.
went to the Big 12 title game, but
I'll never
did
not be
go to the
there if
national
they make a
championship.
national championship.
That's how I
And
feel
here,
about it.
I'll never not be there.
Right. I just got to find a way to be smart about
Right.
the planning.
Right.
Find a way to do
there's
there.
no question about it.
Do you think that they're going to move the way that these playoff games set up for attendance stuff? You think they're going to just start doing more home games?
So I guess part of that might be if they go to 16, which I don't like. But
At least,
On the
at least,
table for this year?
at least two
I-
rounds,
Yeah,
Is it?
yeah.
they have to have it done by February 1st.
right? 2 rounds of home.
Yeah, I don't like the 2 rounds of home. I'm not.
We talked about this. We screamed at each other in the last pod.
Yeah, I mean,
For
so
30
I don't
minutes.
think. Do I think they will or not?
Why would you bring that up again?
I don't know.
I think that the thing we didn't talk about though that was important when you look at these stadiums and they've got these suites that you just don't have at places like you don't have them at Oklahoma, much less Indiana.
Yeah,
And so if you're trying to have that level of offering, you got to have a pro stadium to do it in. So I don't know. I mean, maybe it's more like let's go to the closest pro stadium. So maybe you have Indiana hosts in Indianapolis.
Yeah.
Maybe you
Yeah, I
have
could see that.
Oklahoma goes to the Cotton Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the Texas
Or
teams
not-
playing the
Yeah,
playing
yeah.
there in
It's really
Dallas
tough
State.
though, like as well,
Or
because you're
Kansas
sharing
City.
that stadium. I mean, you gotta really.
Yeah. You got to
I mean,
plan it out.
That's a contingency where it's like if
Right.
OU makes the playoff,
Right.
they will be here,
Right.
and we have to have all of that.
Yeah. So it's
It's
hard to
tough.
get all that
It's really
figured
tough.
out. But I don't know. I'm
I'm
not.
I'm okay with the 2 rounds. Like if it goes to 16, I'm okay with 2 rounds of home field. Is what it is.
no buys.
No buys. First 2 rounds
Yeah.
are
One post
are
15.
homes
And even at 12,
and
it
you
could be
start-
first 2 rounds.
Is
and
the
you start-
reseeded second
you
round?
start the playoff a week earlier, right?
Yeah, I do like.
You know what's crazy? I think next year, who put that up there? I think Josh Pate put it up there on Twitter. The championship game is 6 days later next year.
Conference champion.
Instead of 10
No, the national championship.
between semis and yeah.
So is everything sooner because of the New Year's schedule?
No, it's 6 days later.
Oh, later?
Oh, it's late.
Later than the
later.
19th?
Yes, it's the 25th next year.
Oh my
God,
God.
so you'll have
Oh.
NFL conference
I thought you
championship
meant
games
6 days
plus
to
the
No, I mean it's 6 days
championship?
from tomorrow, later next year.
Yeah, so you'll have NFL conference championship games next year, and then you'll have
The
the national
national
championship the Monday after.
So
So is there a
Big
bigger
days or 7
layoff
days?
between the semifinal and the
I
finals?
have no idea.
see 7 days.
7 or 8. It's Monday or Tuesday,
I don't, I
right?
don't see how that's
Always-
always decided when they don't
always
even
Monday.
know if it's gonna be a 16 team or a 12 team next year.
Regardless, I don't know why it would matter. Why we need it. You
Yeah,
could. You
What do
could
we
get
think
it
that
closer.
what do we think the odds are of it going to 16?
I'm afraid that it's leaning that
I'm
way.
afraid it's like 70%.
Yeah, I was gonna say 60, so I could see. I mean,
Which that would lower everybody's odds on making the playoff, betting wise.
yeah, the payout. Yeah.
When you're adding 4 teams, instead of being plus
Right.
5,000, you're gonna be plus 4.
They need to just
Right.
increase. They need to say it's either 16 or 8. Like I'd rather that be on the table. Like,
Yeah,
if we do
unfortunately,
16
that'll
or-
never be on the
No,
table.
not because of TV and everything.
But that's really unfair to the top 4 teams.
So one day
Yeah.
ago, Josh Pate put next year's CFB title game is 6 days later than this year.
On a Sunday? No.
No, it ain't gonna be on a Sunday, so I don't know what he's talking.
Oh, he may just mean What is January?
Yeah, every year it goes another day, so it'd be on Monday.
So he means yeah, he
But
needs
it'd be
to
the-
say 7. He's
Yeah,
doing
it's
it
a
wrong.
week later. It's just
Yeah,
a week
yeah.
later.
He's
Yeah.
looking at the calendar and saying that's
Yeah,
6
'cause
days.
this year it's on
7.
the
19th.
Yeah.
19th, and next
Okay.
year it'll be on the 25th.
But regardless, I don't like the stretch. I don't like that. I don't like it being that far out. I want to
Maybe, I mean, that may be subliminal to the fact that it's going to 16 though.
But they have till the first to vote on it.
but it doesn't have to be any longer if it's 16,
No, it doesn't.
you know.
If anything,
just need to
you move the
Move
timeline
it
up
all
in
up.
December.
They
Yeah.
can start a week earlier and everybody plays week 0.
Yeah.
Instead of week 1.
Oh yeah, then
Because
you
right now
really
you've got
keep it
like
going.
what, 5 games in week 0 or something?
And make Thanksgiving
Which is
weekend
late August.
And you just have no week 0. I mean,
Championship.
everybody week 1 becomes week 0.
right,
And you don't have a week 0 that's the week before
Yeah.
because you don't have
Yeah.
kids on campus.
right.
A lot of schools don't have kids
Right.
on campus until the last week of August.
Well, also, I mean, a lot of them don't have kids on campus till a couple weeks into September, but then you also don't have them on campus, which is a point we raised with
Christmas
home
break.
on
Yeah.
Christmas break. I mean, I don't know why you don't stay pretty uniform until you get to the weird Christmas break and just do it Saturday. Let's just play football and go.
I mean, our stadium's going to be filled.
You got to do
with
something with
kids
the Heisman, but
Yeah, but you got the situation where, OU kicks those kids out of the dorms 24 hours after the last test.
right.
So they're going to have to change those policies.
Well, yeah. I mean, you won't have anybody if you do home and two homes
I
in a
mean,
row.
there's 30,000 is the enrollment, I think, ish at OU, but how many of those are campus? Like 15?
No, Norman campus is like 25 plus.
Out of the 30?
Yeah,
There's
it's-
like 5,000
yeah.
commuters. Well,
No, that
no,
no,
I'm
that ain't-
talking about you get to live in dorms.
That's probably
That's just the
like-
What's that,
freshman
like
class, right?
10 or 12
well,
out of the 30?
dorms and
Well, they're not, if they have an apartment, they're not getting kicked out of their
no
apartment. during break.
dorms and the Greek. So it's gonna be, I don't know. It's
15%.
Do the Greek kick their
I bet
kids
it's
out for
10%.
those?
Yeah,
those
they
couple
they
weeks?
close
Oh,
down.
they do too.
Yeah, they close it down. I mean, you got to figure something out.
Well, sometimes they close for mold issues too.
That's true. Yeah, I don't know. You got some logistics there, one way or the other, to figure out. Even if you stick with just the first round.
Because this year they
Yeah.
canceled the last class on Friday and moved
Yeah.
up some of those tests,
Mhm.
but then those kids got to stay in the dorms till Saturday
Yeah.
eventually.
I don't know why. I like it being more regular. Let's just keep it Saturday. I don't know.
Provide some predictability around it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not hard, in my opinion.
No. Well, we're going to be watching the game tomorrow. We'll be back after a few weeks probably to recap some stuff and talk about new developments and start what we do in the postseason, which is get our hopes up.
Interesting thing.
Uh-huh.
Some of it,
Single portal.
You are too.
The team is basically the team from here on out.
That's
They
right.
might add a player or two,
Right.
something, but basically
That's
this
good.
is the football team.
This is the football team.
This is the roster.
That is
Yep.
nice.
That is
the
nice.
national championship players have
5 more days.
5 days.
5 days after.
Which I'm sure there's people on these two
Oh.
rosters we would take.
Absolutely. And there's probably people making moves. So, so that'll be interesting to see.
I can't believe how much money is Malachi Tony going to make? Even just staying at Miami.
He's
Oh,
incredible.
He's going to have to
He
show,
really is.
he's going to have to find out what Texas paid Cam Coleman.
Is he a sophomore?
And if
He's
it's
a
like,
true
he's a true freshman.
He reclassified. So he's young.
Yeah, he's like 18 right now.
Yeah, he like just turned 18 or something.
He's one of the few that works for.
Yes. And
So-
he had 100+ catches.
So he could, he may get 5 million from Miami.
Oh, absolutely.
Hey,
Absolutely.
You want to talk
Especially if they win.
talk about what?
Go ahead. What?
about rumor?
Oh, I was told by somebody in the know that essentially the reason Mateer, we didn't find out he was staying
Oh,
with
yeah.
the stuff until late
Uh-huh.
was because Miami came to him and gave him a huge push.
Really?
And literally bags of money were offered to him. I don't know the number because what was the Simpson rumor? 7 million or something like that
It was
for
hot.
Ty Simpson. It was like 6.5, 7 million
Mhm.
to get him
To come
to
out. of-
not go NFL and to go to Miami from Bama. And great on that kid. He came out and said, I'm Bama through and through. I didn't even consider going to Miami, even though, I don't know if he didn't say Miami, but
Hmm.
that's what was all reported, that they came after him hard. Well, it seems like Mateer was their backup to Simpson. And
Hmm.
they did power play last week, hardcore, to try to get Mateer to Miami. And I don't know I hope we didn't match. I hope it wasn't like some $5 million we matched, because I don't
I
think
can't-
he's worth that.
I can't imagine Nagy would do that.
I wouldn't think so
You get
either.
bad
You're
options.
pretty screwed though.
But I'm
Yeah,
sure
if you don't.
he had leverage and made some money after Miami came calling.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I just hope it wasn't insane.
Yeah.
And not
Yeah.
like we're paying it,
Right.
but that's money that could have been used to
yeah,
keep
yeah. It's fine. Or
Sammy or
it's
Anyway.
Yeah.
or Strong or Hardy.
Or maybe you couldn't
It's-
because of
a
that.
scarce resource. Yeah.
Maybe
Maybe.
Maybe those guys we
maybe
did have to wait.
Interesting.
Sammy's announcement was in line with
Hmm.
us having to pay Mateer an
Yeah.
extra 2 million or something on
Yeah.
top of whatever we were going to pay him because Miami came with such a crazy offer.
That'd be a tough position to be in because it was late in the game.
But
And where is
pretty
he
good
going to go?
So
Pretty good source. Good. You heard it here first. All right. We'll be back to verify that rumor and talk about other things in the off season. Until then, Boomer.
Sooner.